We've all heard the phrase that the pen is mightier than the sword. Today, your signature is the mightiest message. In this age of social media, can tweets triumph over terror? Can Facebook make the world face the truth? Are the people who want to build and grow life stronger than those focused on evil? JNF is improving the lives of Israelis and strengthening the Jewish state.
You're in an area where you can hear something the people of Sderot did not hear for almost a decade. The sound of children laughing.
They like it, because usually they're in the house because the situation, they cannot go out. So the place over here is a protect for them because they don't need to run to another room and all these things.
While the children play, the crops grow. Generous contributions from JNF have helped to create hundreds of reservoirs, ensuring that the miracle in the desert continues to thrive today and tomorrow.
Here without water, no life. This is simple as it sounds.
As new immigrants are integrated into Israeli society, they are taught to farm responsibly, even in heavily urbanized areas. Today's miracle in the desert is not limited to growing avocados and olives. JNF is also helping to grow communities. In the Negev desert, JNF has helped to create houses that young families call home.
Everywhere you go in Givot Bar, you can feel JNF. If it's benches or the park or the synagogue, the kindergarten, the daycare center, we feel that we have friends, and we feel that we can make this dream come true because of other people's generosity.
A junkyard in Beersheba is now a riverwalk. A landfill is now an amphitheater, which helps fill the spirit. All powered by JNF.
Akko does not belong to us. It belongs to the world.
JNF is also spearheading the rejuvenation of the historic city of Akko and the western Galilee. JNF is encouraging Israelis and Americans making Aliyah to go north. Akko is the next city to be transformed by JNF with housing, jobs, and schools. This building, which has stood for millennia, will soon stand for a new chapter in the story of Israel. It will be the Western Galilee Visitor Center, showcasing a new and revitalized Akko and a growing region powered by JNF.
You have so many cultures in here, so many different people from these different places of the world that each and every one is practicing his way of living. So it's so rich, it's like a mosaic that is really enabling everybody to live together the way they want.
In keeping with the Jewish spirit, those who are facing more than their share of life's challenges are also embraced.
It's a very nice place. When we come first to see it, because it was a hard decision to decide that she will leave the house, but when we saw the place and we saw all what the village can give to her for her special needs, we was sure that's the best for her.
JNF not only helps to ensure a prosperous future, but also brings alive Israel's rich and difficult past. JNF preserves history in locations including the Athlete Detention Camp, where the British tried to prevent the flood rising from the ashes of the Holocaust from flowing into what was then Palestine. Visitors can walk through history, from the showers that really were meant to cleanse, not kill, to barracks that were meant for detention, not death, to a promenade where families were reunited and new relationships were formed, all from a people who wanted a place to call home. But today, as we all know, the people of Israel live in a tough neighborhood, and nowhere is Israel's strength and determination more evident than at Ammunition Hill, a symbol of the reunification of Jerusalem. This historic battlefield in Jerusalem is powered by JNF. Alain walks the trenches at Ammunition Hill, but for him, its history is personal.
I know these trenches ever since I was about 2 years old, which was the first time when my mother brought me here. And my father was a captain at the paratroopers, and he was actually the one who penetrated and led the way inside the ammunition hill, and he died fighting and liberating Jerusalem.
During that war, an elderly woman gave Jewish warriors the flag with the Star of David. She asked them to raise the flag over the Western Wall if they took back the city. That flag did fly at the holiest site in Judaism, controlled again by the Jewish people. Today, Alon holds that flag. Now, it's up to you to help Alon and the next generation hold that flag. Edmund Burke said, "All that is necessary for evil to triumph in the world is for good men to stand by and do nothing." To that, we can add a JNF twist. Make your voice heard. Do not allow the enemies of Israel to control the conversation. Do not allow the hashtags of hate to poison the digital town square. Make your voice heard by those who would silence us. Make your voice heard by those who are complacent. Make your voice heard because love grows in Israel.
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 Love grows in Israel.